A double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. And your family, like my brother over here in front talked about his son. Your son deserves a dad that is decisive, that makes decisions. Because if you don't make decision, alright, if you don't make the decision, that was a decision, not to make a decision. You with me? So you need to make a decision. I'm going to either serve God or I'm going to be on the devil's team. Like, you choose, bro. That's your choice. You choose. God will not force. God will not put you in a headlock and be like, boom, boom, boom. It's your choice. You can either do things God's way or you can do things your way. And every single time I did things my way, you know what happened? Oh, bro, destruction, death, despair, all that stuff. But when you begin to do things God's way, even when you go through pain, even when you go through hardship, even when you go through trials, it's worth it in the end. It's worth it. It's worth it. This whole empowerment course, you know what this course is actually about? I come and share my mistakes and I share what God has pulled me through in hope that it will inspire you to go to a whole new level, that it will inspire you to become the individual that God has actually created you to be. Because the reality and truth is God actually wants to bless you, but sometimes it breaks his heart that he can't bless you because it's all about you the whole time. It's not going to flow to the people next to you. By a show of hands over here in this room, don't be shy right now, but by a show of hands, how many of you in this room want to be a millionaire? Raise up your hand. You want to be a multi-millionaire? Raise up your hand. Don't be shy. Oh, but you love, no. It's not about loving money. You just want to see. By a show, you want to be a multi-millionaire. All right. Now you can put those hands down. Now, for you that raised up your hand and you said you wanted to be a multi-millionaire, my next question is, are you right now mentally at a place to be able to manage a multi-million rand? If your little boy comes up to you and he says to you, Daddy, please can you buy me soccer boots? Can you get me those Adidas soccer boots? Those Adidas soccer boots going for 2,000 rand. He's like, Daddy. But little man over there hasn't played soccer a single day of his life. He hasn't gone to any training session at school. He hasn't played any match at school. He's not even kicking the ball at home or doing like a push-up or something at home. And he says, Daddy, give me soccer boots. Nah, if you're a good dad, you won't buy him the boots. Why? Because he has to showcase to you that he's actually serious about playing the game. And there's many of us, some of us, we praying to God. All right, myself included maybe. Like we're praying to God. But the reality is we're not really even fully committed to the very thing we're praying for. And whatever you mismanage, you are going to lose it. If you mismanage your family, you lose it. If you mismanage your finances, you lose it. It's about management. And the only way for you to manage effectively and efficiently is for you to get the wisdom from the living God to do what you're supposed to do. How, man, as I can tell you guys story after story after story after story, how money came in, boom, and then it went out. Why? Is it because God doesn't want to bless me financially? Absolutely not. It's because you're too prideful to get the right information to be able to manage the finances that God sends your way. And the word says those who exalt themselves will be humble. Those who humble themselves will be, boom, exalted. So when we learn to make decisions with precision based on God's vision and not selfish ambition, then we'll be able to come through any condition. When that vision is clear, bro, whatever comes your way, you're going to make it through. Jesus says in his word in Hebrews chapter 12, he says, for the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame. Meaning that because Jesus was thinking about us, because his vision was us, he was able to go through what he went through on the cross. To go through all those beatings, to go through all of that stuff. Because he had a vision of seeing you come alive. He was able to go through what he went through. Because you have a vision of your son growing up to become the man that God has created him to be. You work differently inside here. You do things differently inside here. Why? Because you have an opportunity to steward, literally, to manage someone else's destiny by the grace of God. And that goes for every other parent in this room here. And that's why you do things differently, because it's no longer just about you, it's about those that are going to come after you, and now you can't just do things like this. You do things differently now. And you get your strength from the living God because he loves those people that are going to come after us. And those babies after us deserve to see what it looks like to follow God and live a life of purpose and live a life of service and live a life of true significance. They deserve that. They deserve that.